down in the woodland, and if there ever was any doubt whatsoever about it being springtime, then let these abundant primroses dispel any such doubt. It's definitely spring. It's still quite early in the spring. Daffodils are out as well. The snowdrops have gone over, and I'm tapping a birch here. There's lots of videos about this. What I've done is using a half-inch, I think it's a half-inch drill bit. I drilled a hole in this birch. I'm not sure what the right level is to do it. I'm learning here. I've done this at about chest height. Maybe if you did it lower it might be better, I'm not sure. I took a little piece of hazel wood here, dried out wood. I drilled a hole through the middle of it using a Dremel, and then I drilled a couple of holes crosswise through it, and I hammered it into here and then shoved this pipe over it. Now I've curled the pipe around the tree, but that's simply because I had a sort of 7-foot piece of pipe here and I didn't actually want to cut it in half. It would have been simpler if I had a shorter piece, or you know, could have cut it down there. But anyway, so it's whipping round. I've just come to a change. I don't know if you can see that's dripping there. And here's some I prepared earlier. I don't know if you can see that, but there's this is a 2-gallon container. It's full up to there, and I've already taken some off of here. So I've had about 1.5 gallons of birch sap off of this particular tree, and there's another one up here I tapped earlier. If you tap a tree excessively, you might in theory kill it, but I have the right to kill these. I don't want to kill these birches, but I have the right to kill them because I planted them, and they wouldn't have been here at all if I hadn't. And they're surrounded by other trees, and it's time for them thinning out anyway. And if we cut it down, then we'll make it'll make firewood. Having finished the process, I've just taken a piece of wood there and hammered that in. A tiny bit of drip is still happening there. Anyway, so there's several ways of doing this. Hopefully the trees won't be killed. There is a tree there's a birch over that way, which my younger daughter Emily planted, and obviously I won't tap that. I mean, you shouldn't kill a tree if you tap it. It's a question of showing a bit of restraint. Anyway, once again the winter's over, and I haven't finished all the winter work I was going to do. There's a lot of hazels here that were marked with a blue spray can. These were going to be chainsawed down. We'll use them for firewood. Hazel have grown up very quickly here. They're not long-lived. Well, they can be long-lived if you coppice them. We've got loads and loads more hazel elsewhere. This was intended to be more of a woodland than hazel. And here, for example, we've got a couple of beautiful cherry trees. Now these are more long-lived trees, and of course they give very beautiful hardwood. We've also got chestnut around here, so we can afford to lose some of the birch. But hey, that is a particularly splendid birch. I do think it's an attractive tree, but it's not a very long-lived tree. It doesn't live more than probably 50 years, and it may not even live as long as that. Of course, one of the distinctions of the birch is that it will grow further north than any other tree, like the English adder, Vipera berus, which is the reptile that will live furthest north. It's the only reptile that can live inside the Arctic Circle. I've written a bit about Vipera berus in my novel Darwin's Adders, which can be downloaded for 79p from Kindle. Some of you wouldn't like it. No, I'll be careful about buying that. Anyhow, here we are in the woodland. I've just been chopping some wood here. We cut down. We got a professional team of professionals in to cut these poplars down. These poplars are 17 years old. 17 years old. That's the sort of size of them. And here's the piles of wood I've made so far. Try to stack this in such a way that they will hopefully absorb, well, it's not absorb light, but let the light fall on them, let the air blow through them, and let the rain hopefully be shed. I've angled them, these piles. Poplar is not the best firewood. That would probably be oak or apple, but it's very fast growing and we have a lot of it. To be honest, I've thought back and wondered if planting these poplars, this is Populus robusta, and it is certainly robust. I've wondered if it was such a good idea. It was done as a shelter belt, certainly been an effective shelter belt, and very attractive too. You can see this from vantage points up to a mile or so away. But anyway, I'll go and get some lunch now. So I've been working in the woodland lately, and yeah, that birch sap, I've already made the first 2 gallons. I've taken off 2 birches. I've boiled it up with some malt extract and some hops and a few spices, a bit of clove. I would have used some cinnamon if I had any, but I didn't have any. A bit of clove and a bit of coriander and a bit of lemon peel, lemon zest. And that's going to make birch sap beer. No water added at all. Just completely made of birch. Only do this if you have permission. And when you finish draining it, I can't say how much to take. When you finish, then cut a plug, obviously which doesn't have a hole through it, and hammer the plug in to seal the birch, so it doesn't bleed to death, which would be a pity. That's collected in about 10 minutes.